Hi, my name is Cole, and these are my talents.
The first year in the NFL, I won the Super Bowl. But my second year wasn't that great. I injured my left knee and couldn't play anymore. But I decided I was going to keep trying, and I pursued baseball. The New York Yankees signed me a year later. But I didn't like how the Yankees ran their organization, so I demanded a trade. And when I got to the Cubs, the first game I played against the Yankees, they didn't turn out too well. So I took up basketball. I met Shaquille O'Neal, taught LeBron James a couple of moves, and one time I even got to participate in the dunk contest. Man, could I fly. I got bored with basketball, so I picked up on the Olympic ski team for the USA. I didn't do too well, so while I stayed up north, I picked up the new sport of ice fishing. I hold the state record for the biggest fish ever caught, or caught me. Next, I tried Mr. Olympia, and I got disqualified for using steroids. I swear I wasn't. But then I took up acting. I was Frodo in Lord of the Rings. I was James Braddock in Silverender Man. And finally, Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible 2. Tom Cruise, where are you? Anyway, I became JFK's top political advisor after that, and civil rights leader with Martin Luther King. And I partied with Gandhi. I was in the boy band NSYNC. And finally, I even rapped with Fitty himself. Okay, maybe I exaggerated just a tiny little bit. Okay, I exaggerated a lot. The only true talent in that entire thing was that I made it. But it doesn't really matter, because someone can have all the talents in the world, and if he doesn't use them to do good, or it just goes to waste. So I'm not going to waste my one talent. It reminds me of a story about a rich man, and he's going to a far country, and he's leaving all his house and his stuff behind, and you know, he leaves 3 servants in charge. And to the first servant, he gives 5 talents. But it was funny, back then, talents was a currency. It's just sort of ironic. You know, but to the second servant, he gives 2 talents. And to the last servant, he gives 1 talent. And the first 2 servants, while the rich man's gone, goes to the money exchangers and loans it and gets interest back and makes double what the rich man gave him. But the last servant, you know, he took his 1 talent and dug a hole and hid it because he's afraid. You know, I only got 1 talent in making movies, and I'm not gonna hide it. I got to share another story with you. You know, we all got sin in our lives, and God is holy, 100% holy. And no matter what we do, no matter how many times we go to church, no matter if we do all the right things, no matter if we know all the right stuff, we will never be 100% holy with God. And you know what? You can't get to heaven because God's in heaven, and He can't have anything unholy around Him. But God made a way. He made a bridge to gap our sin and separation from Him. You know, He sent His Son to come down and die on the cross for you. And you don't trade something if you don't think it's of equal value. You don't go up to a soda machine and put in $8 for a Pepsi, because that's not a good deal. You know, God traded His perfect Son for you to get you into heaven because He loves you so much. It doesn't matter what you did. You could be a mobster and drugs, doing all the wrong stuff. You know, He still loves you, and He still wants to trade. He wants you to accept His gift. You never know when you're going to die. Tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Life is just a vapor. You blink, it's gone. You don't have to change. God will accept you as you are. You don't have to clean up your life before you ask God to forgive your sins. He's there to clean that. He will give you a clean slate, a new, fresh start. All you gotta do is just ask for His forgiveness. He will hear you. He will hear you.